Hola amigos, welcome back to another one of my Bring a Blanket live writing and productivity sprints. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Emma Bennet. I'm a UK-based writer and I write contemporary romance and the occasional children's pitch book. I tend to do these sprints 3 or 4 times a week and we go for roughly 3 hours doing 25-minute sprints with a few minutes to chat in between. I would love to know that you're here and what you are working on. I did the absolute classic one of setting the countdown and beginning the broadcast and then realizing that I hadn't pressed the go live button, which is why I was a minute or so late. But anyway, I have been guilt tripped into starting to read this book today. It's called You Must Write a Book, and it's all about marketing and brand and stuff. I'm going to be doing this as part of a project with some other AuthorTube friends, and I hadn't started it yet. And a certain Andy from ET Graphics made me feel bad about it earlier. So I think that's probably what I should be working on today. Yeah, so let me know what you're going to be working on and how you are. Let's just have a chat. Let's just catch up. Let's have a look. I put a link to Shannon's stream. She is streaming at the moment. If you fancy doing a little stream hopping, then head, that's what I'm going for, head over there. I think there's some other people streaming as well, so during the first sprint I will have a look and I'll link anybody else because it's nice to support other people. We're all part of the community here. Let's have a look and see what you guys are up to in the chat. Devon is here. Good morning from Florida. Hello, Devon. What are you up to today? Guy is here. Hello, Dorj. Hello back at ya. And Laura is here saying hello. How's it going? How is the medical going? Because you were here yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to chat because there was a lot going on yesterday. This is going to be a chilled session. So I would love to know how the medical is going, because I feel that you set yourself a goal and it's pretty soon that you need to have achieved that. So yeah, I would love to know how that is going. Devon says, working on the All Call Indie project and social media, planning to fit it in. Awesome. Very, very cool. Oh, I also need to just sort out a few things in general. Nothing exciting, but just stuff. Because I haven't been at home very much today because I was teaching my writing class this morning, which takes a little while. And walking the dogs, and then I had a couple of other things to do, blah, blah, blah. Laura says, it's taking longer than I planned, but going okay. Cool. Awesome. Don't get distracted by doctor videos again. Keep focused. And Kat is here. Hello, Kat. How are you today? What you up to? How you doing? And Laura says, I thought I could write and edit 3 chapters in 3 weeks, but I was wrong. Yeah, it's a lot. That is a lot. I mean, obviously it depends on the chapter length a little bit, and it depends on how much you've planned it out, because I know that you've got the synopsis, which was really, really good and really strong. But yeah, I don't know. Laura Gomez says, but the doctors are so sexy. I know, it's why I married a doctor. Not a medical doctor, though. Kat says, I am writing book reviews and creating a thumbnail. Cool. My bane of my life is creating thumbnails. The only ones I don't mind doing are like the vlog ones. So I need to put together my vlog from when I was in Abergavenny the other day, and I took loads of pictures. So I'm happy to do those ones where you have like 4 images and just some writing. I don't mind doing those. But anything other than that, I'm like, oh. Why doesn't someone just do this for me? That would be kind. Why can't they just, do it for me? Why do people make me do things by myself? And Miranda, I think I alternate between calling you Rita and Miranda. But that's kind of fun. You never know which one you're going to get. It just keeps it exciting. We'll go with Rita today. Rita is saying hello. Hello, how are you doing? What are you up to? And Devon says, not much writing this week, too many appointments and projects. The youngest is getting braces today. Oh, I hope you've got some ice cream or some jelly or something if it's a bit sore. Kat says, creating thumbnails is similar to scrapbooking, which I love to do. Fair enough. I'm just not very creative that way. You could maybe do mine. Captain Pin is here because doing things by yourself is called life. Why are you being harsh today? What did I do to you? Blocks from chat. There's no need to say mean things. I haven't said any mean things to you. Although you might be getting a harsh Discord message in a bit. That was a proper Miss Piggy, wasn't it? Okay, we are back to the kittens today because I felt yesterday as we had RC on and we had Sacco on, and I felt that, I didn't really feel that kittens went with horror writers, honestly. But, they're not here today, although hopefully they'll be able to join us again soon because that was a lot of fun. But I figured we could go back to our little sleepy kittens timer. Now, I have my cup of tea, despite the fact that it is 28 degrees Celsius, which has got to be the most British thing ever. There we go. Paris has just come in. I think he got too hot from the garden. And I think Hector is under here as well. So I've got my dogs. I've got my tea. I have a blanket in case Andy comes in and has a go at me. And we are ready to go. So let's be all productive and awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. How did that first sprint go for you guys? I was settling down. I started reading this book. My boys came back from a further mechanics exam, so I went and had a chat with them about how that went, which I think was about as well as a further mechanics exam can go, to be honest. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's have a look and see what is going on. Yeah, what have you guys been up to? How did that go for you? Kat loves the kittens, of course. Margaret, I'm apparently a hard ass because I'm in training mode for the puppies. That's what my mum called me. But what puppies? I want puppy information. What's going on that I don't know about? Breaks glass and takes blanket in case of Andy. Yeah. Andy is here now, I'm guessing, because he said hi. I was saying that I had to have my blanket here with me in case you came in the chat and called me on it. So it's here. It's 28 degrees, dude. I'm boiling. And Felicia, Dreaming Truth author, is here, popping in to say hi and click the like button. Yeah, don't forget to boot that like button if you haven't already, guys. And Ratika is here. Hello, how are you doing? Wonderful Panda himself popped in. Andy is going to be doing his weekly live stream later. It is at 10 p.m. British Standard Time. So that is 5 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe. It's just an hour. So there's 2 25-minute sprints. It is a lot of fun. Honestly, I don't get a lot of work done during it, but it's one of the highlights of my week. I love going and hanging out with Andy, and you will love it too if you are able to come and join us. And Debbie is here as well. Morning. Morning. And come on, comments. Laura got 377 words. Well done. Nice. Debbie is supposed to be penciling a comic page, but got distracted. Never mind. You can get back to it. Kat says, talking to my hubby on the phone for a few minutes. Then I started writing my review on Goodreads for My Heart is a Chainsaw. Oh, tough sounding book. I was going to ask where the blanket was, says Panda. Yeah, I knew that you would. I'm just gonna overheat. It's fine. Panda says, I need to take some pictures of a book today. Cool. The book that we're reading, this one. You must write a book. Panda's reading that as well. Laura says, did you choose the screen name color to match your top? What's the screen name? Am I being special? No, this is actually like red, but it looks more pink. Kind of matches my other side. Matches my dictionary as well. Rita is here. I'm being creative with my writer's notebook, all about the series. So many colored pens. Yay! Come hang out on the chats at my stream, says Panda. It's a good laugh. It is. It's hilarious. And Ratty says, hello. Hello. Thank you so much for coming again. It's Atomic Habits. Oh, cool. Yeah, we had a really, really great time filming a podcast with SD Houston and Morgan Lee the other evening, talking all about Atomic Habits. And that is going to be out, I'm wanting to say tomorrow. Panda, can you remember when they said that that was going to be out? But that was a really, really good discussion of how it can be used for authors and to help with writing. That was great fun. Cool. So, yeah, if anybody... I know there were quite a few people who were here yesterday when Andy actually messaged me on Discord during the sprint and said about the changes with the monetization on YouTube. And I didn't know if I was monetized or not. So basically, I'm not. What they've done is they've kept the criteria the same for the ads, but they've lowered some things so that you can do some stuff to earn money. Like apparently I'll be able to have a super chat. So if you've got 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, and I think 3 videos out in the last 90 days or something like that, then you can do these things like super chat or whatever. I don't know. Apparently 2 p.m. Central Time tomorrow is when the Atomic Habits podcast is going to be out. He said, yeah, great. I will be waiting for that podcast. And I think you're eligible. Yeah, I am eligible for the lower one. I'm very close to 4,000 watch hours now. So thank you so much to everybody who's coming to my sprints, and especially those people who have to leave but keep it running. It really means a lot. It is so not easy to get to 4,000 watch hours in a calendar year. It really isn't. Anybody here who has a YouTube channel knows what a complete slog it is. So I do really, really appreciate everybody who comes along here. And yeah, obviously I'm very close to the 1,000 subs as well. I think I've only got about 28 to go. So that's super exciting. But yeah, so like it's cool. I guess like one of my kids was explaining kind of super chat to me because he knows about it from Twitch. But I think I said yesterday, like, I'm not comfortable with you guys giving me money to be here. Like, I'm not very good at this. I mess up all the time. I'd feel it was not money well spent. But yeah, I feel bad about it. Like, you're my friends. You're not going to give me money. Like, YouTube can give me money for putting the ads on. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Radhi says, wish you so much luck. I really know the worth. Oh, thank you. That's really kind. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get these kittens back up again. They're so cute, aren't they? Okay. Right, there we go. Let's get started on our next sprint then. This book is really not very long. I don't think this is going to take me very long. I'm wondering if I can actually finish it in these sprints. Or maybe just if I say today. That would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, guys, let's be all productive and awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. How did that second sprint go for you guys? I hope it was productive. Does anybody have any word counts? Yeah, I'm just working my way through this book. My son came back from his run that he went on. So that was cool. It is pretty warm here today. Now that Andy's gone, I was able to get rid of the blanket, at least. So that was cool. He'll never know. No one will tell on me. It's all good. I know I can trust you guys. But let's have a little look. Panda was saying, I've given Elma some money before. Because I was saying about not wanting people to like donate money in the, I think it's called the super chat. Yeah, and I said that was hush money, so it doesn't count. Panda needed to head off and have his lunch. And there is the link. Why can't I speak today? There is the link to Panda's stream later. It really is so much fun. We talk a lot of nonsense. I mean, there are people that get work done as well. If you do want to come for work, that's cool. But there's also a lot of fun going on in the chat with our little gang hanging out. So, yeah. It'd be lovely to have you guys there. And Jessica is here. Hello, Jessica. How are you today? What are you up to? And Paige as well. Hi, Paige. How you doing? And Laura managed to get 295 words. That is so cool. I am very excited about next month when I'm back to like properly writing and, word counts in sprints. It's going to be very, very fun doing Camp Nano. Great to kind of get back to that writing. I've been missing actually like working on a new story. So it's fun to be planning it out a little bit now and getting some ideas down. But it'll be especially great to be starting to write it. And Paige says the kitty that wouldn't give me a minute alone to get work done was too bored to play when I took a break to pay attention to her. Ah, that's cats all over, isn't it? That is cats all over. My dog Paris did such a stupid thing earlier. It was so funny. So we were having breakfast and he decided to have a scratch next to the utility room door and it banged the door and it went like bang, 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 bang. So Hector decided that someone was at the front door, like 3 rooms away. So he goes running off barking to go and stand by the front door, and Paris goes and joins him and they're both there just barking at this door and we're looking at them like, you dogs really are so stupid. There's something about chocolate Labradors. They are not bright. Well, at least mine aren't anyway. Adrian is here. Hello. Thank you so much for popping in. If you didn't manage to catch it last night, I was on the Tuba Book Club over on Books by Adrian's channel. We had a fantastic time talking about the last third of Adrian's debut novel. I'm not going to get it down because I just put it neatly on my shelves somewhere up there, but it's awesome. It's called Mythic Shadow of the Spark. It's very, very cool. Like fantasy, sci-fi, romance, murder mystery, awesomeness. And we are going to be chatting to Adrian about his book in a couple of weeks. Well, 13 days technically. So make sure that you go over to his channel if you're not subscribed, and subscribe and check out some of the videos, because on his channel he's talked to lots of different author tubers and there's been lots of chats about their books and things. So yeah, it's well worth going to check out. And Adrian very handily has put a link to his channel. Thank you very much. I'm not like Shannon. I'm not very good at doing the linky things at the same time as doing the talky things. Rita says, my dog does that too, but barks at nothing outside. After a while, she's just barking at her own echo. Yeah, I know. It was just so funny, though, the way that Paris started it. Hector ran off, and then Paris was like, oh, what? There's someone at the front door. Oh, I didn't hear that banging, and went running off as well. Honestly, those silly, silly boys. I don't think I ate enough for lunch because I've got a rumbly in my tumbly. Adrian has exciting news. What's your exciting news? You can't leave us with that. Barking, yeah, I worked that out. Cat, sorry, went on a tangent. I realized that I accidentally deleted 2 video clips. Oh no. Thankfully, I retrieved them. Yeah, thank goodness. Usually, I've done that before, but usually they're saved, aren't they? For like 30 days or something. Adrian says, I've been invited to be a featured author at the Orlando Reads Books 2023 convention. Oh, congratulations. Also, that sounds terrifying, but I'm sure that you'll cope with it. But to me, that sounds terrifying. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Congratulations. Jessica says, I'm good. I sat outside for a while journaling. It's beautiful here today, so that was wonderful. I'm going through my final draft, making minor tweaks from the editor. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty warm here today. I took the dogs out nice and early so that they wouldn't be too hot, because I don't think that they would like it as it is now. But it's not hot. I appreciate it's not hot here compared to properly warm countries, but it's hot for us poor old Brits without our air conditioning. Let's put it that way. And our bedroom just gets so hot. It's ridiculous. Yeah, congrats to Adrian. That is very, very cool. Speaking at like a conference or something. Oh, not terrifying, very exciting. That's the difference between you and me. So one of my books has been nominated for the next Tuber Book Club read. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog licking himself, by the way. Do you have to do that, Heck? Anyway, yeah, one of my books has been nominated for the next read for the Tuber Book Club, and lovely Shannon nominated it while we were on screen last night. And honestly, I think someone needs to clip my reaction because it was just total like, no, no. That sounds like my idea of like, oh, no. I mean, there's no way that I could watch that video. I just pretend it wasn't happening. Yeah, so, and the idea of speaking at a conference or something like that, although hopefully I will be doing it next year, but that'll be about YouTube stuff, which I find easier to talk about than writing stuff, maybe. Networking opportunities. Yeah, I also don't like people, so I'll be selling books from a table on the convention floor like a professional, totally like a professional. You'll have to have like a little money belt and stuff. Oh my God, imagine if you've got like a card reader. That would be so cool. Get a card reader. Yeah, do that. Do that. Lots of congratulations. Very cool. You can have merch and bookmarks and stuff. Oh yeah, bookmarks. That's a great idea. I love bookmarks. Definitely do that. Books says, okay, now I've pimped my stuff. I'm out like a fat kid on the dodgeball pipe. Bye, Adrian. Jessica says, I live in the southern US and can't imagine life without air conditioning. It must be wonderful. Yeah, I do love the fact that we have proper seasons, and it does, you know, we do get properly cold here, and I'm not great in the heat. So it's usually not very long during the summer that we have these hot spells, but when it does happen, it's annoying. Downstairs is fine. It's just upstairs, because of the way the house is designed, it's like, that's the official testimony. Yeah. And Laura says, every summer I decide I must get aircon. We don't have aircon, obviously, but we do have a really good, like, it's not just a fan, it's like a cooling fan or something. So it's really strong, and it blows cool air from cold water that you have in like a container, and that's really good. That does make a huge difference in our bedroom. It brings the temperature down a lot, but it still ain't good. I do like a cool bedroom, I have to say. Okay, guys, let's get into our, I think it's third sprint. I need a pee. I'm going to start this. I'm going to go and have a pee. Okay, let's be all productive and awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. That is, I think it was sprint number 3. You guys know that I lose track, but that's okay. We're not here for numbers, or at least not numbers of sprints. What is that with my hair? That's weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, how did that go for you guys? Yeah, so this book, there was a funny bit of this book actually that I wanted to share with you guys. So it's talking about how you should write a book. It's especially about nonfiction. It's really, so far at least, it seems to be for people kind of in the business world or something like that, like consultants, and how it can really help their business to write a book. Anyway, so one of the examples that's used, so here's what they said when I asked them why writing a book is a great idea for all business people. The person writes, and it says, you don't have to be Julia Child to write a cookbook. Well, I thought that was a really strange example to choose because, of course, Julia Child wasn't actually a professional chef. She trained at the Cordon Bleu school, but she never worked, as far as I'm aware, in a restaurant at all or anything like that. So I just thought that was a particularly bizarre example to use when you think of all of the wonderful chefs out there that they could have called upon. Yeah, so that's my thought on that for the day. So yeah, I don't know, at the moment this book isn't really for me. Not that it's a bad book at all, but it's just not really something that's relevant for me. But we shall see. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Laura has a fan next to her, literally 24/7. Sounds like a fancy fan. It is a fancy fan. It is. And Heather came in. Hello, Heather. I've been doing some self-promo marketing this morning, continuing with that. Very, very cool. Well done. And Kat says, I finished my first book review on Goodreads and I'm about to post it on Instagram. Very, very nice. I think I've got a few books that I really need to do reviews on. Normally, I'm pretty on top of that, but I do probably need to check that because it's important to review, guys. Please review. Paige says, that is funny. It's like he should have used Julia Child as an example of someone who was not an expert writing nonfiction. Exactly. Have you seen Julie and Julia? I love Julie and Julia. I think that's a wonderful film. And I've read the book as well, which isn't actually as good as the film, but it was still pretty good. But yeah, the film is just absolutely lovely. I think it's Amy Adams, isn't it? And Meryl Streep, who are Julie and Julia, and I think they do an absolutely fantastic job, and it's very funny. And actually, after watching that film for the first time, we'd never heard of Julia Child before because she's really not well known, or she wasn't well known before the film and stuff in the UK. And we went and bought her books, the Mastering the Art of French Cooking, I think they're called, and we made her Boeuf Bourguignon, which I have to say was good, but there's too much faffing for me. I'm not gonna do all the steps. So when I make it, I kind of cut out a load of her steps, I'm afraid, and I swear it tastes the same. It does. It tastes the same. Laura says, I never write reviews on Goodreads, but I do leave stars. Oh, yeah, but only if it's 4 or 5. That's really nice. Yeah, I don't tend to go on Goodreads because I think people are kind of mean over there, honestly. I just don't really like it. Maybe I just haven't found the right community on there. But I do go on there occasionally, and I'll leave ratings. Yeah, me too, rather than reviews. But on Amazon, I always try to remember to leave an actual review. But again, yeah, only if it's like a 4 or 5 star, because let's be kind. Let's be kind and just let people know if we like things. As authors, I mean, I think of course it's important to have honest reviews out there. I just don't feel as an author that I'm comfortable with leaving a negative review for a book. personally, but yeah, that is completely my own personal opinion. I also had an apple during that sprint so that I had something to eat, but it was a tiny apple. It was like, I don't know why I bought them. It was like this little mini baby apple for like, I don't know, mice or something. I don't know. It wasn't a proper sized apple. I suspect I might need to have another apple. That might be a good idea. But yeah, so I don't know. Have I got? Oh, I didn't even realize that my diary was here. That's so cool. Oh, this is a weird one. As we have a chat, my son's, but one of my many sons, his birthday is coming up, and he had a birthday card today, which he opened by mistake because he didn't realize it was a birthday card because it was from our county council wishing him a happy birthday and encouraging him to vote, which is the strangest thing ever. And I am not impressed that my council tax goes towards this kind of rubbish, honestly. I may have to write a strongly worded email about this. I mean, have you ever heard of anything so silly? Laura Gomez says applet. Yeah, it was, yeah, applet. Bit creepy. Yeah, he thought it was really creepy as well because obviously, like, he's going to be 18, and in Wales, you can vote in the like in any Welsh kind of rubbish election. You can vote. I'm wanting to say from when you're 16, which to me seems crazy. I mean, I was an idiot at 16. So they've kind of had him on the voting record for a while, but now that he's going to be 18, he's obviously able to vote in like the UK elections as well. So yeah, so that was definitely strange. I said he has to put it back in the envelope and open it up again on his birthday and put it up with his other cards. Heather is sending congratulations to Adrian. Adrian isn't here though anymore, but I'm sure that he would be very happy to hear your congratulations. Yeah, he came, he saw, he delivered his news, and then he needed to leave. But yeah, that is super cool for him, and he's super brave. What a super guy. Actually, like he's really, really cool, Adrian. Like, we've spoken so much about his book in the Tuber book club. There were 3 sessions of it, and I think in total it was about 5.5 hours that we spent, and we all really enjoyed the book. But the point to us being there was to kind of review it, and we were quite picky, and we kept saying we're really liking it. It's just because we're looking at it as other authors, and because we're properly analyzing it, we're pointing out all these things, and he's so cool about it. Very, very cool. Kat says, I love Goodreads for keeping track of my books. My reviews are more for me as a way to remember how I felt about a novel. Oh, cool. I've never left a negative review because I choose my books wisely. Oh, okay. I think I'm pretty good at choosing books. I will DNF now. I think you reach a certain age and you're just like, yeah, life's too short. I'm not going to read something that I don't enjoy, but that's fine. Not every book is for everybody. So, I just move on out. Okay, let's get this kitten timer back up again. They are so cute, aren't they? Hello, little kitties. We all love you. Okay, so we should have 2 more sprints left. I think I've actually timed this quite well today. Go me. All right, let's be all productive and awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm sorry, Paris just had to start barking as soon as I turned that mic on, didn't he? I think he's taken again another dog that's barking somewhere. But hopefully he stopped now. There we go. How did that one go for you guys? How is it rocking? There's been quite a lot of chat. Let's have a look and see where we got up to. Here we go. Right, so Paige was saying, I've never left a negative review, but I did leave a warning review on World War Z because it freaked me the hell out. That's fair enough. That's just helpful. That's just helpful. Heather's talking about Adrian from Books by Adrian. I will have to see him in person at that conference. I'm not too far from Orlando. Awesome. And Laura says, warning reviews are good. I always want to know if something bad happens to a cat or something. Yes. Does the dog die is the most helpful website ever. And Sacco popped in to drop a like. Thank you so much. Lisa Daly is also attending this event as an author. I will at least attend. Sounds super, super fun. Kat is, by the way, Paige, the resident zombie expert. She says the book is written so realistically. People that I know that have read it and gave it a negative rating saying it's because it's nothing like the movie, which I think is unfair. That's very unfair. And Nicole popped in to say hi, coming in to smash the like button. It's hectic at work, so I can't stay. That's fair enough. Thank you very much for coming. And Heather is excited to meet Sacco in person in September. Super fun. And Paige says to Kat, I was in a book club, so I tried it, but I knew better. I'm the biggest pansy you ever did meet. But it was so realistic. I had nightmares just from reading the foreword. Oh, bless you. And quit the book club. Oh. So my review just said, if you get scared easy, just don't. That's a brilliant review. I think, yeah, that works. I was doing it by audiobook, she says, in the van pool. So I did also add that the reading was amazing. I was flinching and jumping away from people in the van. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, maybe the audio one wasn't the way to go. SD popped in. I'm guessing that her stream has finished now. And BS Warren as well. What are you working on today? SD is feeling stressed, but I'll get there. Won't be here too much today. Have a lot to get done. No worries. Thank you so much for popping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, bark. Yeah. Lazy Mr. Paris. 246 words. Well done. Amanda, hi. How are you doing? Kat says, I post on Instagram. Emma, have you read Save the Cat yet? Yes, I like Save the Cat. I use it a little bit. So I don't use it when I'm doing my outline and my first draft. But when I'm doing my second draft, I am very aware of the story beats from Save the Cat and making sure that I hit them. I'm also working my way through those beats with my writing class. But I do also use Romancing the Beat, which is especially for romance plots. So yeah, I use them both together. But like I say, for that second draft, for the first draft, thing is, I think after you've written a few books, you kind of know the peaks and troughs and where everything goes. Like it's intuitive to a certain degree. So, but yeah, I kind of use it to check things in the second draft. It's very, very good, very useful. Amanda says, currently making myself some lunch, struggling through this work day. Almost no headache, but the brain fog is insane. Oh, bless you. Have you had any news yet? Because I watched your update a few days ago. But I imagine you haven't had any news yet. It has only been a few days. That was it. You said that you were waiting to see your consultant to decide what to do next, weren't you? I have about a 12-second attention span. Oh. The book didn't have Brad Pitt in one star. Exactly. And Heather says, I was in a writing FB group and did some things there. Oh, cool. I never really think to use Facebook for things like that, actually. And Jessica finished a chapter, on to the next. Good work. Amanda says, no use yet. My appointment is on the 19th. Fingers crossed for you. And Kat, I made a list of all the books you mentioned in your creative writing class video. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, some of them I bought, especially for the people doing the class to kind of be able to read through. Very like there was one that was really stinky, wasn't there? That was How to Write Your First Novel. Yeah. That I just kind of have available for people to borrow if they like, but they're not like nobody in the class is at that point yet to need that. So I do need to read through that, but yeah, I'm working on this one at the moment. Anyway, I got a lot of books to read, but what a great problem. What a great problem to have. Amanda says, normally I could laugh off a 12-second memory as a joke, but it's pretty debilitating when you're trying to work. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. And it's only the middle of the day for you, isn't it, as well? Because here it's 5:20 here. So, end of the workday, basically. Okay, guys, let's get into our last sprint then so that I can then go and cook some supper. Because nobody wants me to get too hungry now, do we? Okay, let's be all productive and awesome for the final time today in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hi guys, how did that go for you? I've just been reading some truly horrific statistics in this book. Okay, so apparently 53% of all adults in the US never read a book after they finish school, regardless of whether they drop out of high school or get a PhD. That can't more than half. Seriously? Apparently, about 70% of American adults have read a book in whole or part within the last year, though. So how does that equate with 53% never having read a book after school? Men are more likely to read nonfiction, than fiction. While the opposite holds true for women, the majority of women read fiction and almost half also read nonfiction, women read more, between 5 and 14 books per year, and men between 3 and 9. And people with a higher education tend to read more than those with less education. I mean, I guess maybe I'm just hanging out with different people, because can any of you imagine only reading 3 books in a year? Like, how would that even happen? How slowly would you have to read that? I don't understand. And I'm not sure that those figures quite add up. Very, very strange. Okay, so where were we in the chat? Let me know what you guys are all up to. Right, I'm a wonderful resource, apparently. That's good to know. Amanda is making herself some sticky rice and eggs. Oh, I think, well, my youngest makes awesome egg fried rice with leftover rice, and add egg to it, and he puts spring onions and soy sauce. It's so good. Mama Maggie is here. Hello, how are you today? I was also recommending Stephen King's On Writing book to Kat because she's looking at writing craft books. Amanda said we got a ton of eggs from the food bank, so I think we'll be eating a lot. Yes, lots of egg recipes, lots of omelets. And Heather said this particular Facebook group I had a small part in creating, so I actually love being involved with this one. Oh, very cool, very cool. Amanda's husband has got no news on the job front either. He may have something lined up next month, but for now we're still trying to scrape by on $50 a week after the bills are paid. It must be so tough. Really. I'm sorry. And now we're going on a trip to see a musical this weekend, which feels bizarre, but we already paid for it before he lost his job. So you may as well go. You may as well step away from everything for a bit and enjoy yourselves. And Ty is here. Hi, Ty. How are you today? I hope you're good. And Joanne is also here saying hi to everyone. How is Project Sugar and Spice coming along? And Mama Maggie says, I'm working on the Spellbusters for Shannon's lovely book. Awesome. That's very good of you. Maybe they're counting the Bible or something. Oh, okay. Okay. Mama Maggie says, are they counting audiobooks? Hubby and brother only do audiobooks. I don't know. It didn't say. But I'm like, that doesn't... Paige says, I have an aunt that thinks a 32-page children's book is too long. Or like the Gruffalo. Oh, that's funny. Mama Maggie said, I went through a decade where I barely read one book a year because of kids and farm and job and volunteer work. Yeah, life can get in the way. Kat says, that's very sad. I do have a few friends that do not read because they don't enjoy it. I can't imagine. Yeah, it's just something that I've always done every single day, regardless of anything else. I always read. I mean, I'm guessing that there must have been days when I haven't read, but off the top of my head, I can't actually think of them, for at least an hour. Josephine says, I wonder if they count Audible books, because I know a lot of people do those compared to physical books. I don't know many who do physical anymore. Yeah, maybe some people. I mean, I like physical books. That's all I read, really. So occasionally I'll read an audiobook, but I find it hard to concentrate on them because I just get distracted doing stuff. I prefer to have a physical book. Jessica says, I've heard statistics like that before. It's so sad. I've been with my husband for almost 25 years, and I've seen him read exactly 4 books, and he has a genius level IQ. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Very, very strange. One of the things I love about my husband is that he loves reading. That, and when the Harry Potter books were coming out, we used to go and get them at midnight. We'd buy a copy and he'd let me read it first. How romantic is that? Stephen King love. Oh, thanks for the rec. I have Stephen King's book, cool. And Kat was working on the thumbnail. Yeah, I was reading this and our kiss alarm went off, so I went upstairs to find my husband. And Andy from Easy Graphics was having a issue that I could not help with, but I think I was supportive. Josephine says, came in a little bit late in this sprint, but got 438 words, just started for the morning. Awesome. And hello, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry that it's right at the end. I would carry on longer, but I'm really hungry. There you go. Mama Maggie says the eggs cooking in cupcake tins are fun recipes. Yeah, you can do like all sorts of breakfast kind of little things, can't you? Like with eggs and like adding some sweet peppers and like herbs and things like that. Lots of protein. Heather says, I went to verify when my kids start school in the fall and did a variety of things, including DMs. Cool. And saying to Amanda, I'm sorry, we've been there, yeah. Mama Mackie says, however, during that decade, I memorized so many children's books, sure. I read a really good book, I think it was last year, about how important it is to read to your children, which it is. But this woman who wrote the book said that she'd never missed reading to her kids for like at least an hour every day, even when she had tonsillitis or whatever, which I thought was a little bit extreme. A little bit extreme, I have to say. Paige says, I've been hooked on books since before I was 6. I switch up between formats, but can't imagine not reading. Yeah. I mean, you know, I take a book with me everywhere just in case. You never know when you're going to have a few minutes. Lindsay's here. Lindsay, you can't come now when it's near the end. You should have been here before, Lindsay. Laura says, some people, not all, with Fantasia apparently don't enjoy fiction as much as nonfiction. Yeah, sure. I get preferring nonfiction. I know some people just don't enjoy, you know, make believe, if you like, things that aren't real. I get that, but not reading at all. Jessica says, so sweet of your husband who says chivalry is dead. I don't even know what I said that he did now. Did you do something nice? Seems surprising. Oh, was it the alarm? Yeah, that is cute. Lindsay says, I'm working on product descriptions and ready to roll. Very cool. Oh, Shadow's here. Hiya. It's been ages. How are you? I hope you and your family are good. Josephine says, I can't do Audible either because of my ADD. I like physical, or I'll do ebook because I have the Libby app connected to my library on my phone, so that's always with me. Yeah, I use Borrow Box occasionally for an audiobook. I am trying to get better because I do think it would be a really good thing to do, but at the moment, yeah, it's like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Heather said, I memorized a lot of children's books as well, of course. Some I can still spout if you ask. Yeah. Yes, I've got a few like that as well. Paige says, I like short form and Blinkist for previewing nonfiction lately. Then I can get it in ebook or Audible. Yes, Blinkist is cool. Lindsay says, I'm sorry. Just don't do it again. Okay, Lindsay, I'm going to be back tomorrow, 3 till 6 p.m. British Standard Time, and I expect to see you here earlier. I'm not saying you have to be here right at the beginning, but you definitely can't leave it till this time. Thanks for recommending Libby, says Heather. People saying hi and hey. Amanda says, I've definitely had years where I've read less than 5 books in a year. Oh, okay. I go through reading phases where I'll read everything I own and then burn out and forget about reading for ages. Fair enough. I think it's just been something that I have always done for as long as I can remember. Always read every single day. So I can't imagine not doing it. And Jessica, I can't imagine not reading, although hubby just can't stand it. I can't even get him to read my books. Oh, no. That must be annoying. Although my husband was, he reads my books and he's helped me to edit them and things in the past. And there was one section of my book, Her Sister's Baby, which is going to be republished again next year by my new publishers. Anyway, at the end of this book, the heroine is set in Brighton and she's really, really upset and she's kind of disappeared and the hero is looking for her around Brighton and he's about to give up when he spots her car in a car park and he pulls in and then he goes looking for her on the beach. And my husband came and he was like, that's ridiculous. First thing that he would do is he's got to make sure that she can't escape. So he's going to need to slash the tires of her car so that, you know, he's not going to miss her and she can't get away if she does come back. And I was like, dude, that is not acceptable to do. And he's going, but it's sensible. That's the sensible thing to do. Otherwise she could drive away. I was like, what have I married? What have I married? Kat says, I'm sad I won't be able to attend sprints tomorrow. I have to go to the dentist. Oh, yuck. The small part of my tooth cracked off last Tuesday. Thankfully, it doesn't hurt. Oh, how annoying. Fair enough. You're allowed. Shadows Lair says, we're doing well, recovering now from OMG Con. Ooh, is that cool? Yeah, he should at least read your books. Yeah, fire him. That's it. You're fired. Got your bossy pants on today? Yes, I have. Feeling spirited today. And Heather says, one thing I did was to compare prices for that conference that Adrian's going to. Could be better, could be worse. Conferences can be very pricey, can't they, to go to? Jessica says to Laura, I've been trying to do that for years. He just keeps coming back around. Maybe he's lost. I know, yeah. Thing is, I couldn't divorce mine because he wouldn't get around to filling in the paperwork. I'd have to do it for him. Can you even do that? Amanda says, I have so many hobbies that I tend to just bounce between them. Sometimes it will be sewing or crochet or something, and I don't think about reading, even if I'm hyper fixated on something else. Cool. I love hobbies. Peep into a man's mind is a scary thing. Yeah, definitely a scary thing. OMG Con is a pop culture anime convention. Oh, fun. Cool. Did you film anything? Mama Maggie says, I'm just happy the nurse practitioner I saw yesterday let me come home with medication. She wanted to send me to the hospital, but I talked her out of it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad that you came home, but it's not nice that she was worried about you and that you're not feeling well still. This has been going on for a long time now. So do you have to go back, Mama Maggie? Have you got like another appointment? They're keeping an eye on you and stuff. That sucks. That officially sucks. Okay. I don't know what Jessica was laughing at there, but something. There we go. Yeah, I want to know what's going on with Mama Maggie, but I kind of need to finish the sprints as well. Maybe she'll say as I'm finishing up. Anyway, okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. And sorry, there we go. I'm going to interrupt my spiel because, oh, Mama Maggie has COVID. Oh, I do hope you feel better soon. That sucks. Do the rest of your family have it, or is it just you? Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really hope it's been useful for you. Please make sure that you boop that like button if you haven't already and subscribe if you're not, because as you can see, we have a lot of fun around here. I will be back tomorrow from the same time, 3 till 6 British Standard Time. So I hope to see some of you guys then and have a completely awesome rest of your day. Bye for now.